Okay, I'm here to talk about our company. It's called AirmailPlus, and to give you some background, we've operated a website called jetcharter.com for about the last 9 years. We call it a private jet brokerage. Really, it's a glorified travel agency for private jets. Effectively, we SEO the site jetcharter.com, get a lot of customer traffic looking to rent private planes, and our business has been wholesaling that business out, putting a markup on it, and selling those flights to the consumer. And we figured there should be better ways to source private aviation. It's been 9 years now, and we were shocked at just how manual, outdated, and cumbersome our sourcing process was. And we've uncovered every rock and tool that possibly is to source private jets. So about a year and a half ago, I came up here, met with Jerome Paradise, who has a company here called Parada Vision, and we decided last year to launch a startup addressing the sourcing of private jet charter flights. And our goal is to make a true integrated marketplace for buying and selling private jet charter flights. To give you an idea how the market demographics work right now, these are US figures. You have 9,400 jets certified to do charter flights. And in 2012, the most recent data we have, there are about 3.5 million charter hours flown on that fleet of aircraft. What we've achieved to date, you're seeing some numbers on the board. Our system presently, since Thanksgiving, has processed these figures. I'm going to tell you a little bit of background information about how we got there, and then I'll translate what these numbers mean a little bit down the road. Today, the effective current competition we have is really an industry-wide mailing list. You see here NBAA Charter, that's the National Business Aviation Association, our industry trade group, and they operate a centralized mailing list. It's effectively a Craigslist type board for buyers and sellers of charter flights. Here's an example of somebody posting availability, which is supply. So this means that they have planes they're trying to move from A to B. And here's another a buyer who's in the same marketplace saying they need to buy a flight on March 20th from Opelika, Florida to Aspen, and they put that out to the marketplace asking for price quotes back from various suppliers. Our initial solution to this was that this is a manual process. People are hiring teams of people to read these boards manually. So let's learn from Google, let's build an accurate search engine and alert and notification system. And we built that. We got our search accuracy was remarkably accurate. We built a really clean UI, and we said, okay, the market's in this big board, we've automated it, and we've got the category killer. We went and launched it and brought it out to some big companies, and we were wrong. And when I said we were wrong, we did not approach the right problem. I mean, yes, the scrubbing of these lists was cumbersome and was a holdup, but when we got to the large sellers, the guys that do the Delta Airlines of the world and NetJets and these companies, their issue wasn't finding enough buyers for their planes. They're the destination businesses. Their issue was processing the order flow, effectively queues at their cash registers. And we started to drill down to some of these numbers, and each company would process between 400 and 800 quotes a day, and it was a really cumbersome manual process. And when we get down to it, what the real issue was, what's the price? I don't know if anybody here's ever sourced a jet, but you get a lot of wishy-washy answers from providers until they come back to you about 30 minutes later. And when we drilled into it, the reason was there's about 45 different variables that go into why a single jet flight costs what it costs. So today, the way they're generating these prices is an old program called FOSS, which is a Windows-based, sits on a local machine, and that does certain flight times. And then the next thing they have to do is jump over to a spreadsheet to apply their business rules. Fast forward to today, here's kind of the man hours spent, figure 350 quotes a day, 15 minutes per quote. A single company was spending about 80 man hours a day just pricing their product. We have built a system that fully automates this, and our pilot launch was in November. Now you simply enter where you want to go, when you want to do it, and bam, the entire process is happening inside of 15 seconds, what was taking 15 minutes prior. Now you fast forward, and as far as the business goes, we give them an integrated dashboard to see everything that they have processed. So our pilot installation is a company called Travel Management Corporation that owns and operates about 90 jets. Since Thanksgiving, they've processed 2,000 quotes on our system. For 2,000 customers, they've processed over 27,000 quotes and booked 22,800 flights. In dollar metrics, that's over $500 million quoted and almost $70 million booked on our platform. And get down to where the rubber meets the road, how do we make money? Introducing parties as a broker, you're already receiving, there's a 5% transaction fee built into the marketplace now for whoever brings the buyer to the seller. And as the marketplace, we will plan to capture that 5% transaction fee. Additionally, there's another 5% processing fee if you want to use a credit card. We all know the real cost is between 2 and 3%. There's another 2 points that can be captured there for processing credit cards. Our next installations, currently we're wrapping up our install for NetJets and Delta, and then finally we're going to go with our public launch. Any questions?